Welcome inside the Harry Lumley Bayshore Community Centre. But more importantly, welcome to Scotiabank Hockey Day in Canada, live from Owen Sound. As Ron McLean's down at Harrison Park teeing up the NHL games, I get the great pleasure to tee up tonight's OUA game between the Guelph Griffins and the home team, the Waterloo Warriors. It's bound to be a feisty affair between these two OUA West Division rivals. Guelph comes into the game ranked 10th in the nation, and the Waterloo Warriors come in ranked 8th. It's going to be a battle out there between these two teams. It's a great day for hockey, and it's a great day to celebrate ladies hockey, as we already had a PWHPA game on this ice. It's a great day here in Owen Sound, and I'm going to send it up to the guys that'll be calling the game, Mark McKelvey and Adam McGuire.
Hockey Day in Canada, everybody. Welcome inside the Bayshore Community Centre. Please be joined by Adam McGuire here this afternoon. Adam, Adrian mentioned it right off the top. We've got a couple of rivals clashing here, familiar with both hockey clubs. What can we expect today?
Yeah, honestly, two clubs that have found success in two different ways. The Warriors have really made their way this year offensively. They're one of the top scoring teams in the OUA. Meanwhile, Guelph, always a staunch defensive team. So I think that'll be the real battle today. Can Guelph keep Waterloo off the scoreboard early, and can they keep it close into the second and third period?
Well, we know both teams are really fired up for today's game, a great opportunity to display their talents as part of Scotiabank Hockey Day in Canada. What do you think being part of this means to the teams and the players and the staff as well?
Yeah, we talked about how big this game is in the standings, but it's big for university hockey as well in this country. It's one of the best kept secrets in the country, both on the men's and women's side. Women's hockey at the university level has grown leaps and bounds over the course of the last few years. It'll continue to do that. And I think it's a great opportunity to kind of bring university hockey to a stage that it's not usually on and allow some people to see what that secret is and how great it is.
Well, speaking of getting onto that stage and that opportunity to shine, both teams missing players that are away, taking part, representing their country at the University World Games. Talk a bit about how that might impact today's contest on both sides.
Yeah, both teams missing two players. For the Warriors, it's Leah Herford, who left as the OUA's leading scorer. Her teammate Tatum James has since eclipsed her. And the reigning OUA West MVP, which Carly Olivier in the back end. For the Guelph Griffins, they're missing Hannah Tate, who's one of their top line forwards. They're also missing Chi Suzuki, who's representing Team Japan. Those two teams will face off tonight for the gold medal at the FISU World University Games. For the Warriors, it's all about special teams, though. Both of those players log big minutes on the power play and the penalty kill, so it'll be trying to replace the offense that they find in the power play with Herford and Olivier missing.
All right, well, we're going to go down to ice level before we can get to puck drop. It is time for our national anthem.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. Quand on brosse porter les pays, il sait porter la croix. Dans l'histoire et tout épopée, tes plus brillantes exploits. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for
A beautiful rendition of Oh Canada performed by Paige Warner, and we are set on Scotiabank Hockey Day in Canada, live from Owen Sound. It's time for some U Sports action, as it'll be the Guelph Griffins and the Waterloo Warriors. Mark McKelvey and Adam McGuire up here in the broadcast booth. Adam, we're taking a look at our starting goaltenders for today's matchup. We'll start down to our left with a netminder who has been making a big impression here this season.
Yeah, Kara Mark really has been pushed into duty, a first-year rec and sports business major. After the injury to Michaela Schnarr, Waterloo starter on opening night, she's gone 9-4 with a 1.80 goals against average and a .928 save percentage in her rookie season, really carrying the load for the Warriors. For the Griffins, it's Martina Fidel, and She'll be in the mix for an OUA All-Star spot at the end of the season. She's got incredible numbers, a .932 save percentage and a 150 goals against. And the Warriors are going to have to try to find some traffic in front of Fidel if they want to crack her early in this game. She's one of the best in the business and will be a real tough test for this Warriors team.
Well, both hockey clubs come in off overtime victories. Let's see, maybe that's a little foreshadowing for what we could have in store. The puck is down, and we are underway. Thanks for joining us on Rogers TV. And as it's a battle through the neutral zone, the Griffins look to get the first possession. Hustling across to get over to that far boards there was Davison trying to dump it in. And also getting in there immediately after it was McGoffin. Here's a pass out into the high slot. Davison with a shot to the net. Mark makes the save. The rebound is controlled by the Griffins. They'll hold it inside the offensive zone, working on a line change as well as they cycle it down low for Tori Verbeek. Verbeek keeps the cycle game going and is now peeling off for a change as the battle rages on down low. Puck comes towards the slot. It's broken up, and now the Warriors will bring it up ice. Murray trying to get across the red line, lost a handle on it, and the Griffins will counter immediately. Dump in attempt got blocked, however, as it's scooped up at the blue line. And here comes James ahead. James passes it across, gets it over to Brooklyn Cole. Cole tries a centering pass, and that's deflected, and the puck will come all the way out towards center. Backing up, Aitchison sending a pass up the gut. McCray was there for Guelph, trying to get possession of it as Cole dumps it in on the backhand. Minute 15 gone here in period number 1. Just a one shot on net. Warriors looking for their first. Aitchison throws it towards the net. Rake goes down into the near corner. Gets tied up there. And the puck will get wedged loose. Parkinson guarding on the right point, waiting to see if that puck comes free. It never did. And now here's a chance. Sprung ahead. Here comes Graham. Graham to the backhand, and Mark makes a real strong save. Challenged early and up to the task.
Yeah, Guelph really coming out of this one with the jump. They had that first zone possession of about 30 or 35 seconds, and then this break, a partial break from Maya Graham, the third-year vet from New Hamburg. It was New Hamburg on New Hamburg crime there, as Mark, the former KW Ranger from New Hamburg, Ontario, stymied Graham on the breakaway.
Strong save. A couple stops already here in the opening 2 minutes, as the Warriors will look to get out of their own end. Sent around the boards, but it's kept in by Davison. So carries right back down into the near corner. Trying to hold it in with McGoffin, and was able to do that. So the Warriors getting pushed back deep in their own end. Duffy's going to move it across, and now it's sent up that left wing side. Return pass over to Duffy, who gets the red line and will just scoop that puck in. Orth will give chase. Caruso looks over both shoulders before bumping it behind the net. Avery Peer is able to get it ahead as it's now flipped down the ice. And we will see the Warriors come back trying to get possession with Cho. Breakout pass is going to get broken up as it's flipped out through the neutral zone. And with the Warriors pressing, a spin pass by Caruso will get it up the right wing side, and it goes all the way down into the Warriors zone. Cheeseman moves it ahead. Opportunity now to spin away from the pressure there from Miller, who did that nicely. Now Olivia Parkinson, here's a pick off. Nice move to the backhand and trying to get the shot away. It just did not work. As Waterloo has it just inside their own blue line, and they're able to skip it down the ice. Icing going to be waved off here, so Miller will have to hustle back to get control. Holds it behind her own net. Facing some pressure, there's a steal. Side of the net. Trying to work it loose. Now with it is Pritchard. On the cycle, it goes behind the Griffins' goal. Miller's been out there a while, able to get it up the left wing side. And now it's going to get scooped across, and strong play there at the blue line to break things up. Sticks tangled up. Denying that was Aitchison, who did that beautifully. And now the Warriors will chase in as they go into the forecheck. Looking to get the puck back. Here's a chance out the side of the net. Shot got fired there by Andrea Murray. Just missed on the short side. Now jumping on it. Ruetti gets a shot off, and that one went over top of the net. Had a bit of a numbers advantage there on that rush. Caruso is going to waste a little time coming back across the blue line. Flips the puck in deep. After it was Mayer. Letty gets it in the corner. Tries to step out. Pass behind the net. That'll get intercepted. And we're going to see our first penalty of the game coming up here. And you mentioned it, Adam, about the Griffins having some good jump in the opening few minutes, but now the Warriors are going to get a chance to go to the power play.
Yeah, and really creative with the speed on the back end for the Warriors. Something we've seen Warriors opponents do in the last few seasons as their defense has matured into a puck-moving blue line is really apply some forecheck pressure on those back end. That time, though, it ended up drawing a penalty for the Warriors to go to the power play here. And the power play's been a strong suit for Waterloo. See if they can get one on the board early.
Jamie McGoffin in the box for tripping. Cho at the point. Mid-blue line was looking to move it across. Down low. Aitchison was pushed off the puck. And now it could be a shorthanded opportunity for the Griffins. It is Verbeek. All by herself as she has to take it down deep into the Warrior zone. Going to kill some valuable time on the penalty kill here. 30 seconds gone in the penalty to McGoffin. Aitchison will push it ahead now to Joe. Rink wide pass, and that one is going to get broken up as McRae got in there. Strong play from Trisha Cho to get the puck back. And we'll see if the Warriors can advance and try to get set back up here. Still lots of time to work on the power play. Rate with a strong play. Powers ahead into the corner, and we'll slide it back to the point. Held at the point here. Fennell over to Rate. Rate lost the handle just for a split second and then tried to make a pass through the box. And they're going to lose possession now with 45 seconds left in this penalty.
Really good play by the Griffins there to get sticks in lanes and not allow the cross-seam pass that the Warriors were looking for.
Cheeseman's outlet pass nearly ends up working. Fennell's going to have to go back now to get it. Facing that pressure into the near corner. Puck is just tied up in the skates as Olivier. Part of what's been a good penalty kill so far for Guelph. Warriors still have time to operate. Collision on that far boards, and another clear for the Griffins. So the power play isn't going to be able to convert here on that first opportunity for Waterloo.
Guelph's penalty kill second in the OUA. They showed it there in that last 2 minutes.
Certainly did, as McGoffin is out of the box. Puck gets flipped up. Looked like it might have clipped the scoreboard here, and the officials did see that, so we'll have a face-off coming up in the neutral zone.
Waterloo's power play was also second heading into this game at 21.4%, but as we mentioned off the top, missing Leah Herford and Carly Olivier, and it affects both power play units, right? Because you've got to bump some players up from that second unit to the first unit, then the second unit gets some new faces, and just no continuity there in the Waterloo power play.
Verbeek dashes in. Diagonal pass out to Pierre. Pierre with a shot to the net, and Mark's going to make the stop on the floater to the goal. As Waterloo still without a shot on net as we approach the 7-minute mark here in the first.
This is probably the exact blueprint that Guelph would like to follow here. Low shots, not a lot of opportunities offensively for the Warriors, and try to keep this one a low-scoring game. Waterloo beat Guelph earlier in the season 6-1 on the first night of the season, but then Guelph forced overtime in a shootout in the second meeting, a 2-1 Waterloo win, much to the liking of Rachel Flanagan and her staff for the Griffins, a little more their style of hockey, even though they came away with the loss.
Olivia Parkinson worked it around the boards. Long pass up ahead for McCarthy. Couldn't get that puck just to settle down as it got swatted away. Knocked out of midair there by Miller. Nicely done. Now we'll hand things off as Mayer tried to come ahead with it. Mayer's going to follow it up, throws it towards the net, off of a skate. And the Warriors will get control. Looking to break out, and the pass was just out of the reach of McCarthy, so it gets sent back in. Griffins are able to change up their defenders as the forwards go to work. Down low, trying to force a turnover. Now dashing ahead is Cole. Brooklyn Cole tried to bank it off the boards and fanned on it. And the Griffins will send it right back in. So it just seems like right now it's been a bit of an uphill battle for the Warriors, but we're only 8 minutes into the contest. Caruso holding it at the line, will send it down low. Having to take a quick look was Fennell, who got cut off, looking to turn behind the net. The battle rages on down low. Puck gets kicked up the boards and chopped ahead. The race is on. Hard back to get it now is Chittick, who just got ahead of Raitt there to move it. And the Griffins are going to dump it right back in. Faccio goes after it. Gets a stick lift in there. Losing an edge and going down there was Fennell. Fennell back to her skates. Ahead for Raitt. Raitt trying to push it over to her forehand. Looks to steer it towards the net. Throws a shot cross crease. Didn't get to the goal. Aitchison's fresh off the bench and comes down the far boards. Stops in the corner. Nice edge work here. Protecting that puck. Brings it up to the right point. Circling the zone. Throws into the slot. Backhand shot. They score! How's that for your first shot of the game?
Yeah, it's Liz Lenardon on the backhand in the slot, but the play really created by Lindsay Aitchison. The strong skater, one of the best in the league from the back end. She came off the bench. She went all the way around behind the net, was able to center the puck, and it was the quick release backhand. There wasn't a lot on it from Lenardon, but Fidel didn't expect it coming from the angle that Lenardon was at, and Liz Lenardon's got her second of the year, and Waterloo's got an early lead.
So Liz Lenardon opens the scoring just ahead of the 9-minute mark here in period number 1. And it is the Warriors in front 1-0. Griffins looking to respond right away, and now they're going to head to a power play as they are able to draw a penalty in the follow-up shift. But I just want to go back to, as you talked about, the great work there from Aitchison. I will say for a quick second, I wondered if she was just kind of running out of real estate there and almost circled the whole zone. But if you put it into the slot, you're going to find a teammate, and it all works out to perfection.
Lindsay Aitchison's a physics major, and she used every bit of her physics knowledge there on the edges of her skate blades. And a tremendous job by Aitchison to maintain possession and get it into a spot where Lenardon could get a backhander away.
So Guelph goes to the power play, looking to respond. Bell is in the box for Waterloo. Guelph on the power play, their first crack at it here this afternoon. As they bring it in across the line, Riley Davison back to the point for Pierre. Avery Pierre's going to move it across. Davison holds. Redirect coming to the net. Save was made. Follow-up opportunity got shot wide. Now Avery Pierre's pass. Getting a stick on it was Cole, who will lift it out on the backhand, and that's going to allow 4 fresh skaters to come over the boards here for Waterloo as they get the penalty killers change. New look on the power play coming up here for the Griffs. As the outlet pass, going to allow Davies to sprint it in. Drops it back from Miller. Sydney Miller takes a look to the face-off dot, throws it across, was trying for the backdoor tap-in. Almost came to fruition.
Yeah, Mark didn't see that puck come across the crease at all, and it was wide open on the far post, just unable to convert though with the Griffins.
Pass hits a skate. Now stolen, an opportunity to step in. Here's Davies, a shot to the goal. Mark makes the save. Miller will hold it. Passes it into the high slot, gets it back. Worked over to that right wing side. Sutherland Case tries to center it, puck up into the air. And getting to it, no problem for Pritchard, who is going to clear it out. So 15 seconds remains in the power play. Guelph has time for one last rush up ice to at least gain the zone with the numbers on their side. Now Sutherland Case is being hassled from behind by Raitt. Puck carried in, but this is going to be offside just in the final seconds of this power play opportunity with 8:58 to go in period number 1.
And both penalty killing units really well in their first crack tonight. Waterloo's penalty kill dipped below 90% for the first time in over 2 seasons, just 3 nights ago when they allowed 2 power play goals to the Laurier Golden Hawks. And they're at 89.7, which is 4th in the OUA. It looks like they're going to get right back over 90 now with Bell out of the box and back to full strength.
Successful penalty kill. We're back to 5-on-5. Mayer goes crashing into the corner. He's trying to power it ahead. Off the boards, but not out. Raitt was already breaking up ice. If that puck gets through, it's going to have a good opportunity. Puck was underneath Orth there, who took a awkward-looking fall to the ice, but right back up. Now a pass up the middle. Sees Bell flip it in towards the net. And Fidel's not going to take any chances. Just going to glove that puck and hold on to it as we're past the midway point of period number 1. And We talked about the first few minutes, Guelph looking like they had the jump, but if you can't capitalize, usually the other team's going to find their footing, and I think that's what's happened here.
Yeah, the Warriors settling into this one a little bit. This for the Warriors, a game that's been kind of 3 years in the making. They've tried to play at this Hockey Day in Canada game as long as the City of Owen Sound's tried to host it. So maybe some jitters for them settling in now, though, and the 1-0 lead will certainly help.
Yeah, it certainly does as you get a little more time into this game. Everybody's had a spin on the ice. Here's Olivier. Passes towards the middle, skipping puck. Got over top of the stick of Hurd. Now Hurd trying to move it to the goal line. Pass towards the net. Up into the air. Was it played with a high stick? It was. The official down in the near corner spotted that, and we will get a stoppage. And obviously important points in the standings on the line here, but also a little other bragging rights and a little cash, actually, as the other night at the Hockey Day in Canada banquet, Cassie Campbell-Pascal, legendary player, was up on stage. She, a Guelph alumni, said she was going to put up $1,000 for this game to go to the winning program. That was matched by Bobby Ryan, the franchise leader in points and goals here in Owen Sound with the Attack of the OHL, and then the Attack franchise matched that as well. So $3,000 on the line for the winning program, and just love to see the support.
Yeah, it's great, and obviously Cassie, a huge part of this Guelph history with their program and really helping put OUA hockey on the map. Back when a lot of schools didn't have programs, kind of in the early and mid 90s, it was a huge deal for Cassie to play in Guelph, and the Griffins were one of the top teams in the nation for a long time because of players like Cassie.
One of the most notable alumni, not just for athletics, of course. Coming out of the Royal City as the Griffins go to work here in the offensive zone. Puck goes behind the net, but it just eludes Tori Verbeek, who couldn't reach out to grab it. So Waterloo will advance up ice, and Rate will send a pass out of the reach of James. James gets a stick on this puck now and will challenge Verbeek. Verbeek, pass was into the skates of McGoffin. And Guelph's actually going to reverse it here. The D was looking to change. Now they should be able to get a partial change in as Pierre gets the red line and dumps it in with 6.5 to go in period number 1. 1-0 the score. Waterloo leading Guelph here on Scotiabank Hockey Day in Canada from Owen Sound. Across center ice, Lenardin, the goal scorer here, will send it ahead. Pritchard gets a stick on it and drives after it into the corner. Tries a centering pass. It sits there at the top of the blue paint. Guelph will look to clear, but Cheeseman kept it in. Comes off the lively end boards here at the Bayshore, and that's one thing you got to get familiar with when you step into this barn. The boards are very lively. Here's a pass out in front. They score! Driving to the net, Andrea Murray puts it home, and Waterloo leads 2-0.
Warriors are going to want to grab that puck. It's Andrea Murray's first career OUA goal, the rookie out of Mississauga. She's been tremendous. She's played in every game for the Warriors this year. It's her first point. She's done everything the coaching staff has asked. She's got wheels for days, and to see her get rewarded here on a big stage has got to be really rewarding for Murray and the Warriors coaching staff. She's been tremendous and made no mistake on the really gorgeous cross-crease pass from Pritchard.
You can see the emotion right there to get that first goal. Goes right to the net, finishes it off. As we've got 14 minutes in the books here in period number 1, and Waterloo has now jumped out to a 2-0 lead. So Andrea Murray getting her name called in the building here from public address announcer Fred Wallace, as the Warriors have the advantage. Out to the right point. Here's a drive to the net. No traffic in front, though, as Chittick let that slap shot go, so an easy save made by Mark. Shots are what will be now 7-3 in favor of Guelph. But they trail in the game 2-0. Faccio send it out. Turning with it. Fennell blew a tire there. Has to get back up, trying to recover. Into a tough battle in the corner there. Got wrapped right up, but was able to get away with it. As Miller's going to hustle back to get control. Sydney Miller turns out from behind the net. Olivier pushed it over to Davies. Here comes Abby Davies. Little fake and then tried to get a shot away. Falls down. Might have gloved that puck ahead, trying to get back up. Plays it herself. swinging behind the goal with it. Olivier drops it at the right point. Shot to the net. Into a pile of skates and sticks. Did not get on goal. Waterloo can come out. It's a 2-on-2. Going to become now a 1-on-2. As they started to get a line change in. As Dick was trying to make a hop around the D. Now gets it back at the blue line, and Dick's going to send it in. Here. Wheels behind her own net, goes against the grain. Leaving it for McRae, who blindly threw it up the boards. Waterloo can't make them pay, and now Pierre sees an opportunity to dash ahead. So the defender got to the blue line and flips it in. Chasing hard after it down into the corner, McGoffin. Trying to get it out in front. Here holding it now is Tori Verbeek, who cycles for McGoffin in the corner. Tied up. Aitchison took her to the boards to try and separate from the puck. Now Raitt on the pass across. Dumped in, and James is after it. Going behind the net to get to it is Cole. Brooklyn Cole. She is tied up, pinned to the boards, was trying to keep the puck along her stick. McGoffin looks to get it out. But stepping up nicely there to keep it in, that was Cho. Now a bit of a dangerous play coming out in front of the Griffins' net. Turnover. Lenardin going to swing behind the net, protecting it, sends it out to the point. Cho settles it down, back to Lenardin. Sent down beyond the goal line. Griffins looking to clear. And Cho, the second or maybe third time in this shift, did a good job to try and hold it at the point. Ultimately, the Griffins do get it out. And now here is Andrea Murray, fresh off that goal. She pulls up in the near corner, tries to put it into the slot. Cheeseman from the point, a shot that went off of a leg wide. Stick lift down in the corner. Allows the Warriors to regain possession. Banked out to the point for Cheeseman. Cheeseman waits, lets a shot go right to the net. But Fidel will make the save and holds on with 2.5 to go here in the first.
And Maddie Pritchard in front of the net, that's somewhere that she's posted up regularly. She's a thorn in the side of anybody that tries to move her out from the blue paint. She did cause a little bit of an impediment there for Fidel, but she was able to track the point shot well enough to hold for a face-off and get the Griffins a chance here to regroup.
False start on the face-off, as they'll do it again. Face-off will stay to the left of Martina Fidel. So thrown out of the draw is Bell for the Warriors. Coming in to take it there, was trying to get the win with Orth. Penalty coming up here. And it will go against Waterloo. You can see from the reaction of McCarthy, didn't necessarily agree with it. Arms pointed at the officials, asking, really? But there will be a penalty call.
Yeah, she doesn't like it, but it's an easy one. She just tries to get stick on puck, but a bit of a can opener there off the draw as McCarthy tried to force that offensive zone turnover a little too physically and got the stick in the feet. So an easy call for the officials, and the Griffins back to the power play.
Second opportunity on the power play for Guelph. Here, mid-blue line, Davison across. Here's a shot fired. Sutherland Case was trying to get it through the bodies. Here with the shot off of a stick. So Waterloo looking to continue to piling up and not allowing anything to get to the net. And there is an easy clear, sent down the ice by Cheeseman. Out to play it, Fidel.